Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Milka the Movement. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you guys are having a blessed day. I hope everything is going well for you in your lives and in the lives of the ones that you love. Yeah. So be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. As always, like and share this video. Hit that bell so you'll know when I upload new videos. I try to upload every week, 2 to 3 times a week, preferably on Wednesdays and Thursdays. But, things happen, so I'm not going to lie to you. I'm just going to be honest. I'm doing my best. I'm going to get to the point where I could be like, all right, guys, every Wednesday, here we go, video. But I'm not there yet. If you're not already doing so, please be sure to follow me on TikTok. That's where the party is. My TikTok name is Milka the Movement. Please sure to follow me there. So this video is titled What I've Learned in the Past 3 Months of Being a Full-Time Influencer. And I thought it was important for me to share this information with you guys because there's a lot of misconceptions. I realized that I bit the fruit, I bought the lie, and I low-key kind of feel like I'm suffering for it right now. And so I just wanted to share what I learned for you guys. Some of you may just be curious and just want to hear what I have to say. And some of you may actually be wanting to consider influencing as a full-time profession. So I hope that this can be both entertaining and helpful to everyone that's watching. So as you know, in March of this year, I got fired from my job, and I made a whole video about it. I'll link it in the bio, but if you guys scroll, it's there. It's on, if you go to my page, it's there, and it's called I Got Fired from My Job. And when I got fired from my job, although I was surprised that I got fired, there was a part of me that was very excited. I was really excited to get fired because I was like, yes, I'm going to be able to dedicate all of my time to creating content, and I'll be able to make content full time, and I'll really blast off. And I really thought 3 to 6 months into creating content that I was going to be able to make my salary to support myself. The day that I got fired from my job was the day that I found out that I got into the Amazon influencers program. So I was like, oh, this is faith. This is the God. This is fated. And so I was just so excited. I was so excited to work, to create content full time. I was so excited to really push myself and test myself and really commit to doing something that I love to do. And 3 months in, I wish I didn't do that. I wish I would have been more realistic about what was happening. And I also wish that I would have taken my job a little bit more seriously. If you remember, part of the reason why I got fired was because I wasn't doing my work. But the bigger part of the reason, I didn't like the work. Let's start there. So the bigger part of the reason why I wasn't doing the work was because I didn't like it. But the second reason was because I was taking up so much time creating content, and I loved it. I'll never forget the 2 weeks before I got fired. That first week, I didn't do no work, but I made content, and that was the first time that I had hit 300,000 views in a week. And I was like, oh, hell yeah, let's go. So the next week, same thing. So I was like, oh man, this is working. This is, I got it. I could do this. And so when I got fired, I was really, really, really on that high. And I don't know. I just thought, I don't know. I thought if I make viral content, if I get enough views, that will be all I need. If I get enough views, the brand deals will start coming in. If I get enough views, the opportunities will start coming in. I just have to focus on creating the content and getting the views. And then I got into the Amazon influencer program. So I was like, all right, bet that's another stream of income. I just have to keep making content, keep going viral. And then people will just automatically click on my little Amazon storefront, which by the way, is in my bio, so please click it. People will automatically click in my Amazon storefront and I'll make money. Like, I naively thought that. And when I tell y'all, it's been the exact opposite. Now, don't get me wrong. I've definitely had two videos hit over 1 million views since then. I've had videos, I can honestly say in the past 3 months, I've definitely gotten close. Ooh, my camera. Sorry, y'all. I can honestly say in the past 3 months, I definitely got close. Not close. In the past 3 months, I've definitely gotten over 3 million views. Over 3 million views for sure. I can honestly say that. Obviously, that if you do the math, that average out to about 1.3 or so million views per month, which is awesome to me. I know some of y'all bigger creators, or your favorite influencer, they may get that in a week, but for the rest of us, that's pretty good. So I'm long story short, I made the content, but the opportunities did not start to come in, and I realized that rather quickly. And so I started doing research, and I was like, oh, okay, management, like I need to find management to help me kind of funnel those opportunities. Now, don't get me wrong. There were companies and brands and third-party businesses reaching out to me to do collaborations and brand collaborations. So I was definitely getting those emails, but those were not very good collaborations, if that makes any sense. Like, they weren't they weren't good. And B, they were not consistent enough to the point where I could make an income. And then on top of that, like, I didn't know this, but now I do. Like, even after you do a collaboration with a brand, you don't get paid immediately. Sometimes most of the time it takes 1 to 4 months for your payment to come through, which was a huge, huge, huge shocker to me. So anyways, like, it was a lot. I'm sorry, I just lost my train of thought. It was a lot. So one of the first things that I learned about being an influencer for the past 3 months is understanding the business of influencing is more important than getting the views. Now, I naively thought that as long as I got the views, that was it. That was all that mattered. And honestly, for some influencers, that's all it takes. That is all it takes. Just the views, just the engagement, the analytics, cool. For the rest of us, we have to learn the business. If I could go back in time to 3 months ago, rather than focus on creating content, I would have started to invest time and energy in learning the business. And I would have done my work. I would have did my work. So if I could go back in time, those were the 2 things that I would have done. And you're probably wondering, like, when you say learn the business, what do you mean? This is what I mean. Understanding that, like, every brand isn't for you. Understanding that, like, there's such thing as having brand safe content, meaning, yeah, you can go viral, but if your content isn't brand safe, no brand is going to want to work with you. Understanding how to charge, what to charge for, like how much to charge, what to charge for, and what deliverables actually look like. So understanding what whitelisting is, what blacklisting is, what organic content is, like all these like business things that I just genuinely didn't know. And in addition to understanding the business, in addition to understanding those things and those business things, also understanding how to pitch yourself to brands, how to position yourself to get in contact with brands, what to say, how to negotiate, like actually running a full-time influencer business. Now, I have a business. I have two actually. And so running a business is not new to me, but I was genuinely surprised because I did not expect influencing to be a business, if that makes any sense. I thought influencing was, I don't know, I guess I thought it was something that you do kind of like leisurely or casually. So seeing that side and seeing how important that side is really, really surprised me. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. It's been very, very shocking. It's been very, very, very shocking. The second thing I learned in my 3 months of being a full-time influencer is the importance of management. Now, first and foremost, I didn't even know influencers had managers until February of this month, where I was on a Twitter space and they talked about influencers getting management. I had no idea that influencers had talent managers. I didn't that goes to show you how much I did not understand the business of influencing. And so when I got fired, I was really, really, really happy to do the work, but I did not understand how the importance of having a manager would be. Now, I did eventually learn, and I did reach out to some management teams, and I'm going to get into that in a couple of minutes. But having a manager is so important because they're going to be the one that's pitching for you and representing you and advocating for you. So all that time that you're spending trying to find the appropriate contact for a brand, trying to learn how to say the right things or how to negotiate your contract, that manager is going to do it for you. You and that manager are going to come up with ideas and campaigns to start selling those to brands so y'all can work together. So having a manager is really, really, really important. Now, in my case, I would say I realized the importance of management end of March. And so I started reaching out to some management companies that focused on Black talent, like, Black influencers. And when I tell y'all that, like, none of them worked out. None of them. And I joke about it now, but I was actually a little sad about it. And the reason why was because I intentionally sought out management that deals with Black talent or Black-owned influencer management companies. And the reason why I did so was because I know that my content, especially on TikTok, is not, how do I say it? Is not, I guess, a traditional influencer's content, if that makes any sense. Like, I'm not doing skincare routines, and I'm not doing hair routines, and I'm not doing those kind of things. A lot of my content is based on social issues. And so I figured if I went to a Black talent management agency, we would be able to work together because they would understand that every Black creator is different, right? Like, every Black creator is going to make content for whatever suits them, no matter what. And what I realized when I was going with these Black talent agencies was that, like, they were representing Black people, but they were not representing all Black people, if that makes any sense. Like, they were diverse, but they weren't inclusive. It was like, yes, we want Black people, but we want Black people that are like this. So, like, yes, we want Black people, but we want Black people that are brand safe, which was a term that I just learned about a few weeks ago. Apparently my content is not brand safe. And so that was just a little bit disheartening because I was like, what? It was so crazy. Like a few months ago, I would say in February, January, end of February. So it was two things. It was when the Forbes list of the top 10 TikTokers was released. And then it probably was February. There was all this uproar about Black creators not being compensated the same, but their content essentially being what's keeping the app alive. Keeping TikTok alive. That's what I mean. Like Black creators were just creating viral sounds, viral trends, etc. And so there were all these like companies like, yes, we want to advocate for Black creators. We want more, we want to make sure that Black creators are properly represented, blah, blah, blah. So I reached out to some of those companies. And again, it was disheartening to see that they were diverse, right? Black diversity, yes, but they were not inclusive. They wanted what the other influencer agencies wanted, but for Black people. And I don't know, that I don't blame them. I don't blame them because I know that's their business model, right? Like if Black fashion influencers need representation that's honed in and specifically crafted for them, that is okay. If Black skincare influencers need management and representation that is specifically crafted for them, that is okay. My problem is, say that. Don't say on your website and all these other places that like, we want Black talent, we represent Black talent, but you are only representing a subgroup in a big group of Black talent. Again, I'm not blaming them. I just want to make sure I say this because I reached out to a lot of companies and it's no beef, it's no shade. Obviously I was sad about it, but I get it. I get it. Like a lot of these management companies, they make their money based on how the influencer performs. So it makes sense that they would want more brand safe influencers because those brand safe influencers are the influencers that's going to keep their lights on, keep their payrolls on, make sure everyone pays. So I get it. It was just a harsh reality to see. Excuse me, y'all. It was just a harsh reality. It was just a harsh wake up call for me that if I want management, it's going to be work, and I have to be okay with knowing that the management agency, that all Black dream team that I want for myself may not happen right now. Like it may be, instead of a smaller Black boutique management agency, it may just be a bigger white, right? And when I say white, what I mean white is that like the leadership is white. That's what I mean. So it may not be a small Black boutique management company. It may be a bigger agency, right? And again, no shade to the small Black boutique ones. It just, they may not have the bandwidth to kind of cultivate new talent versus the bigger agency may have the bandwidth and the resources to do so. So it's no shade. It was just a difficult reality for me to accept because I just thought, again, when we say we want Black talent, we meant we want all Black talent. Now, because I still want a manager. So now I'm looking, I've kind of broadened my horizons. So not focusing so much on Black boutique management agencies, but any agencies and making sure that their roster has people that are creating content that aligns with what I'm doing. And you're probably wondering, why do you want management? Why do you want management? And I've asked myself this question, like, why am I so pressed about getting management? at 40K, right? Like I have 40K followers. Like most people don't start talking about management until about 100K, 150, whatever. For me, I feel like it's important to get management now because I feel like for right now is that business foundations that I'm building. I don't think building it at 100K is in my best interest. Like, I feel like that's too late because there's so many things that I have to learn about the industry to make sure that I'm sorry, y'all. When I be talking so much, I just be getting out of breath. My mouth gets real dry. I normally have a cup of water next to me, but I don't even have one. So whatever. Anyway, what was I saying? Dang. Yeah, at 40K, I just feel like this is the time to start building it. Like waiting till you get to 100K, 200K is going to be harder to cultivate a relationship with someone to manage you. It's going to be harder to kind of set the foundations for how you want your business operated. It's going to be harder to understand your niche and what businesses aligns with the content that you create. Like it's going to be harder. I've noticed that there's so many amazing Black creators on TikTok. And I say amazing, I mean that their content is amazing. Their engagement is amazing. They have huge followings. I'm talking about like 300,000, 400,000, 500,000, 800,000 followers. And you would think with those huge numbers that these are like luxurious living type influencers or that they're making money solely from their content. But in reality, there's a lot of Black influencers that are still working. They have these huge followings and they're still working. And I mean, like, they are just not making enough money to be full-time influencers. And that is so surprising to me because, again, these influencers have huge followings. Like, that's the goal. You get what I'm saying? To get to like 800,000 or 1 million followers and to really just focus on being a full-time content creator. But a lot of them are not. And they'll tell you they don't get paid as much. This girl, she had about 800,000 followers and she was talking about some company that scammed her because she did a promo and they didn't pay her. And she charged $300 for an in-post feed on Instagram and a TikTok that would be uploaded to both her TikTok and her Reels. $300 at 800K. Y'all, at 40K, I charge $500. I charge $500, right? And so I just felt so bad. So anyways, with all that in mind and seeing all that, it's really, really, really important for me to have that management and that representation now, right off the bat, because I've seen time and time again, especially with Black creators or creators that are not brand safe. If you wait till you are 100,000 to 300,000 deep, you don't get anywhere. You still have to work. I would be gosh darned if I had 500,000 followers on TikTok and I had to have a regular job. Oh, hell no. What I got 500,000 followers for? And then to make matters worse, I know it's not a race. I'm not trying to make it into a race thing, but we got to be 100. There are white creators that I know and follow that are being full-time content creators at 200,000 followers, but you have Black creators with 800,000 followers that still got to work. Anyways, that just goes to show the importance of management. And once I peeped that, I was like, oh no, I need to get management. I need to have someone that's advocating for me. I need to have someone that's pitching stuff for me, and it's going to be a manager. The third thing that I learned, so the first thing was understanding the business of influencing. The second thing was understanding the importance of management early on. And the third thing that I learned in the past 3 months of being a full-time influencer was backlash. Within the last month, I have gotten so much backlash for my content. Like, I was shocked. Not only was I shocked, like, it took a huge toll on me. My eyes are starting to water just talking about it because it was rough. Like, I literally had to sit down and think about whether it's even worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like, whether I even want to do this for real, because it was hard. It's been hard. So the first video that I got backlash for was my pro-choice video. In the video where I said God is pro-choice and abortion isn't a sin. I made this video as a direct response to the Supreme Court draft that was leaked. I made two videos. One that talks about pro-life people not adopting children, and the second one that talks about pro-choice not being a sin. Those were two direct responses to the draft that was leaked. So literally in the draft, I think it was what is her name? Amy Coney Barrett, the Supreme Court Justice Amy Barrett, whatever. She said that there's not enough. One of the things that she said about why Roe v. Wade was being overturned was that there was not enough babies for adoption. And so when I made that pro-life comment about pro-life people, that TikTok about pro-life people not adopting babies, that was a direct response to saying, y'all cannot say there's not enough children or babies for adoption when kids are aging out of foster care. Like, kids are going into foster care since birth and are aging out at 18. Like, there are plenty of children that need to be adopted. There are plenty of babies. Now, you may not have a fresh baby that you're getting to take home right after they're born, yes, but there are 1-year-olds, there are 18 months old, there are 2-year-olds that would love a home and a loving parents to be raised by. So that video was in direct response to that. The second video was in direct response to them using, I think, scripture as grounds to overturn Roe v. Wade. And my video was simply saying, like, hey, if y'all want to do the scripture game, like, we can, like, there are just enough scriptures. There are not any scriptures that are against abortion, but there are scriptures that are actually that would have a better argument for being pro-choice. So those videos, now I was very clear. I did not say Christians. I said Republicans, and that was very intentional because I thought in my mind, I thought I was showing that this is not a Christian issue. This is not a God versus me or a sin issue. It is a Republican versus oppression issue, right? Tell me why Christian TikTok got mad. They got so mad. Like, I would say my video, they got so mad. They were stitching my video, duetting my video. They were literally stalking my videos, harassing my comments. And I kept on making video response after video response after video response because I thought that if I could explain it, the more I explain it, the more they would get it. But it's like the more I explained it, the worse it got. And then, like, finally someone was just like, oh, you still haven't deleted this video? And I was like, why would I delete this video? Like, I didn't say anything wrong. But anyways, I'm sorry, y'all. My leg is tired. But anyways, like, the backlash from that was so bad. And I was just so, like, I was even surprised that the video made it to Christian TikTok because this was not only am I not a Christian content creator, this was not a Christian issue. This wasn't something that was addressed to Christian people. It was in direct response to people that were, first of all, it was in direct response to the Supreme Court draft being leaked. So it wasn't in response. It wasn't for Christian people. It wasn't to Christian people. It was in direct response to what the Supreme Court said. I hope that makes sense. And so to see so many Christian people upset and outraged was just really weird. I finally understand that, like, in 2022, unfortunately, being Christian means that you're pro-life, which is weird. Like, I don't think your faith should be tied up on how you view certain political issues, but I guess it is. And so there were just so many people that were upset. Not only were people upset, they were stalking my comments. So what I mean by stalking my comments, like literally going through my comments and picking fights with other people that commented that may have agreed. And it was just so bad. Like I will wake up every day with like 300 to 400 comments and I'm like, what the hell? Like, what is going on? Like, it was just so much. I have never blocked as many people on social media as I blocked people in the last 30 days. Ever. I've been on TikTok for 2 years, and prior to May 1st, I blocked one person. One. If you follow me on TikTok, you know the kind of content that I make, and I have several viral videos, so it's not, like, even with all that, one person. Within the last 30 days, I probably blocked like 300 to 500 people, and that's not an over-exaggeration. That is not an over-exaggeration. And then there were creators that were accusing me of getting their videos taken down, which was new to me because I'm like, why would I do that? Like, I don't mind you having an opposing view about what I said. Like, it's not, again, because it wasn't to Christians or to you, it was to the Supreme Court. You know what I'm saying? Like, So that was one thing that made it extremely tiring. The second thing that made it tiring was that video that I made about the things that I want from my boyfriend. That video, the backlash from that was crazy. Not only was it crazy, it was borderline scary. Like, now my eyes are watering again. Oh my gosh. It was borderline scary because, like, just the things that people were saying to me, like, people were like, oh, I hope you get raped. People were saying, like, oh, I hope you die, or like your life will end. Like, and I mean, people were saying all sorts of crazy, scary things, like literally threatening harm upon me. And again, that was so new to me because, like, I've seen other creators talk about those kinds of things, like those kinds of threats and stuff, but a lot of them had like hundreds of thousands of followers. So for me to have experienced this at 40K followers blew me, because I'm like, I'm not even a big enough creator for y'all to even be doing all that for. Like, that was harsh. Yesterday was the first day that I created content in 6 days. And the reason why was because, like, I was just so tired of just all of the backlash, all of like those mean comments, all of those scary comments. I was paranoid, and I just stopped because I didn't want to deal with it anymore. Like, it was just too much. And I don't know, like, I didn't know what else to do. Like, I really had to have a talk with my friends about whether this was even something that I wanted to continue to do, like, like whether it's even worth doing, because it was a lot. It still is a lot. Like, I understand, like, there are trolls and stuff and whatever, and bullying on the internet, whatever, but I feel like this is a bit much. Like, it's one thing to say that you don't agree with me. It's one thing, you could even call me ugly, whatever. But to say stuff like, I hope you get raped, I hope you die, or like this one guy wrote this whole manifesto about how it's his life goal to silence me, or like, it was just like, those are not things that should be normalized. Those are not things that, like, we can act like it's just normal, and like, I just gotta have thick skin and brush it off my shoulder. Like, those are very scary things. And then to have those things being said to you every single time you come on the app, that is exhausting. Like, no matter how strong you are as a person, that stuff takes a toll on you. It's times like that where I wish I had management, because it's times like, because I didn't know, and I didn't know how to deal with that, and I still don't know how to deal with that stuff. Like, I didn't know how to take the content and repurpose it into take the negativity and repurpose it and to make it something positive. Like it was just too much. It's been too much. So if you put that all together, you have me that have viral content, yes, but that is dealing with a lot of backlash, making no money, not working, but being an influencer. That does not sound fun. That does not sound fun. That does not sound like a dream. That sounds stressful. That sounds very, 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 very stressful. I don't know. I have been in the process of looking for a new job. I started applying for jobs about a month ago. I think at this point I probably applied to like 70 jobs. The job market is so crazy now. It's so bad. Like I really don't know. I really, really, really don't know. But it's been rough. It's really, really, really been rough. Like I said, if I knew that this was what was, if I knew that this was what was going to happen, I don't know if I would have did this, or I don't know if I would have done it like this. If I knew that like I wouldn't have had income and I would not have been able to make enough money, to support myself, or any money at all, not even enough money to make any money at all to support myself, I definitely would have taken my job a little bit more seriously than I did before. Now I know that's not the dream team story that that I wanted to give. I know that's not the update that I wanted to give, but unfortunately, this is currently my reality. I hope in the next 3 months I will have different news. I would have found a way to make things profitable. I hope I would have found some management. But for now, that's where we are. That's where we are. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. Be sure to like, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think. Leave y'all comments below and follow me on TikTok. I hope y'all have a good one. Bye.